Hey, what's going on everybody? Boilon here, and in today's video we're going to be talking about two of the upcoming events that are going to be around the corner on Friday at 2 p.m. and that's going to be the Light the Crucible event, and there is a Mother's Day event. I forget, Family Hero, I think that's the name of it. So we're here to talk about the math on both of these events, and just before we get started, I want to say that, maybe I was a little bit too harsh the other day talking about the patch and things like that. But I will tell you one thing. One thing that I'm really happy about is that now I can change my avatar icon back to the original icon. Now I can be new Boilon once again with my original icon. And you know what? I jest, but really, actually, this is a pretty big thing for me because I said this for a long time that actually I was really frustrated that I couldn't change avatar frames from the Dark Dimension. And so this is something, a quality of, admittedly, a lot of the things that were changed that we have are just quality of life adjustments. We don't have a lot of new things yet, but there were a handful of quality of life adjustments. And this is one of it for me anyways. I do personally like these purple frames. But for now, I think it's really funny to see just the base frame in the arena when you know that they're actually not a noob. But, anyways, it might push some people to go do Dark Dimension a little bit more to unlock some of these frames again. I didn't have a lot of patience knowing that it was just going to get replaced anyways. But, now that you can still get it, then maybe some people might go and do that just for kicks anyways for their avatar icon. So, just something that I wanted to raise really quickly before we get into today's video. So, if you know what to do, then let's boil this down. Now, of course, where does this information come from that I do my math from? This was from Friday's blog post. There is a couple of things that I still don't know. And so, Light the Crucible involves Cosmic Crucible. They're Cosmic Crucible battles. You get some additional points with Gwenpool, who is going to be released later on today. It's supposed to be yesterday with the patch, but it is today instead, which is fine. But we never really got confirmation of the exact start time of the Cosmic Crucible 32, or the tournament, right? And so, I mean, the blog is going to be released at the exact same time as the event does. I'm hoping that this is Friday because it's a 6-day event and you need to get at least 5 Crucible matches in, I'm pretty sure. So at the very latest, it has to start on Saturday. But there's 5 matches, which I'm assuming are back-to-back-to-back. And so if it's not Friday, it has to be Saturday. Otherwise, you're not going to get in all the matches that you need for the math for the Cosmic Crucible, and that's going to screw that around. So I hope not. We're calculating the math with the assumption that, yes, you will be able to get all of that in. But of course, where's my button? Subject to change. So, maybe it's subject to change at this point. I'm honestly not sure. But just wanted to throw that out there so people are made aware of that anyways. So let's take a look, though, at the actual chart itself. Now, this event does have a leaderboard. There is going to be some pretty good, I would say some pretty decent shards in here along the way, especially as you're getting the event currency. There is stuff that you might need, maybe you don't, but there's some decent shards along the way of older characters, admittedly, but at least they're part of these newer teams, Rebirth, Wakandans, New Warriors, and then 20 Deathpool, 20 Black Panther 1M, and you're actually getting additional Rebirth shards still. 20 US Agent, 20 Agent Venom, which is still pretty good as far as shards go. Spider-Man 2099 and Noir, only 10 there. 10 Absorbing Man and Titania, 10 Spider-Weaver, and then 10 Firestar down here, and then 10 Kang the Conqueror. So this part is good, especially the 10 Firestar, because you're going to want to get here. It's a little bit after the event item here, but 128k I would say is like the goal that you should try to get to at least, because that's where you're going to get your Firestar shards. Now, you're going to get points here by doing Cosmic Crucible, like I said, but you're also going to be getting it through gold orbs. So that's where the leaderboard function kicks in, right? You can see down here, there's a variety of different stages, 1 to 2%, 3 to 10%. This is 11 to 25. That's probably what you want to look at there. You get an Elite 5 at 1 to 2%, and then Elite 4 orb at 3 to 10%, and a variety of Blue 5 ions, at least at 10% and above. So that's probably what you're going to want to target, but the only way that you're going to be able to influence your own points, past the math, is going to be gold orbs. Gold orbs is the only, I'm going to say grindable activity. It's not really an activity, but you know, how much you manage to hoard before that event. This is the only way that you'll be able to influence the score, because the battling, and buying gwenpool, of course, you know, but other than that, you know, the only amount of points that everyone's going to be able to get is the 60k limit on Cosmic Crucible, and so the only common denominator past that would be gold orbs and or buying gwenpool. So just wanted to share that with you guys now. So let's head on over to the math. So Light the Crucible is Crucible gold orbs and earning Blitz credits. Now this comes from the web milestone, and just very quickly as well, it's up here. It's called the Galactic Goliath event, and this was not in on Friday when I did my blog post. I followed it up with community manager Archangel, and then he reposted it later on. So that's what I ended up having there, because there's a crap ton of Light the Crucible milestone points in here that afterwards, after I did my blog video, I was like, wait a minute, you know, how are we supposed to get to the math numbers on that? Because there was like 60,000 points just in here alone. And this is earning Blitz credits. So make sure, and I mentioned this before on Friday, I believe, but make sure that you're holding your Blitz stuff from Agatha. So all of these Blitz credits in here, make sure you're saving that, because all of that's going to go towards Blitz credits that you don't, or Blitz rotations that you need to do less of for the web milestone. And it's going to be pretty important. You don't need to complete the whole web milestone, but you know, as much as you can, because the points in there is going to be very, very important. So let's go on to this. So 320,000 points for this Light the Crucible event. Again, you're not getting there. It's including whalestones. However, you do want to get to 104,000 at least for the event item, and then we'll talk about down below about what you need to do for the shards, the FIRESTAR shards, and some things like that. So there's 50,000 blazing exchange currency plus the event item. It's going to be pretty important. 60,000 is the amount of milestone points that you get from the web milestone. That's why it's in the sort of light blue, sky blue here, because that's a subtotal color. It means that that's going to be added in with some of the points down below. And so now you see that you get battling Cosmic Crucible. You should be able to get the 60k there. So, you know, really, if you do the web milestone and the 60k in Cosmic Crucible, then that gives you the event item. Doesn't necessarily give you everything else, but, you know, there's a good start there. So hopefully we can all get there. And like I said, based on the tournament that's coming up, hopefully we can get all the battles in that we need to do. Keep in mind, it also does say battle in Cosmic Crucible, not win in Cosmic Crucible. So maybe it's not 5 battles, maybe it's 4, maybe they, you know, because there's 6 battles per Cosmic Crucible. So that's 12k. 12k points times 5 is 60k. But maybe you could do this in 4, you know, and so I guess it just depends on when it starts. You know, maybe you could throw some matches, although that sounds absolutely stupid and you shouldn't have to do that in order to get that 60k. But I'm just throwing out I'm spitballing some ideas here. Otherwise, you can use the gold orbs to make some of those things up. But we need to talk about the Galactic Goliath web milestone, how you're going to get this finished, because those points above the 60k is really important. So Blitz credits, right? You know, it's earning Blitz credits. You need to get 28,000. How are you going to get there? Well, it's a lot. But you can get 250 per day from your daily objectives. So this is 6 days, so that's why it's 1,500. You get the character, 2,610 character blitz. This is Agatha, character blitz 1. Character blitz 2 is going to be the one that's next Monday, which will still be during this event. Then there's 3,000 from the quick rumble, which should be starting on Friday as well. And then we get the 2 orb blitzes that start on the weekend. So combining all of those together is about 11,880. So those are going to be some very important points that you're going to need to clear this 28k. So that's, you know, there's quite a lot of points actually. And why do I have 20,000 here? Subtotal Crucible. Oh yeah, so the 11,880 is worth 20,000 of the milestone points just to this point. But obviously we do want to go further. So this is without you doing any blitz at all. But we do want to complete this. So you need 16,120 more blitz points, and you get 15 credits per blitz win on average. So this is dividing these two numbers. That's about 1,075 blitz wins. That's quite a bit. If you're doing a 40 rotation blitz or 40 win blitz rotation, then that's approximately about 27 blitz rotations, or about 4.5 per day. So yeah, I mean, it's doable for sure, but it is, I would say, engaged blitzing. Anywhere like 4 to 5 rotations a day is pretty engaged blitzing, I would say. It's not super hardcore, but it's enough that you need to actually dedicate to doing this on a daily basis if you want to clear this to get the additional points. If you don't get those 20,000, the extra 40,000 that's missing from here, if you don't do any blitzing during this event, then you're gonna probably come up a little bit short, or you're going to need to spend some gold orbs to achieve some of these milestones. So, 60,000 plus 20k is only 80k, so you will need to open more gold orbs to get the event item, and more gold orbs if you want to get the character shards, which we'll talk about down below. So, the reasonable milestone total is about 120,000 if you add the 60k from the web milestone plus the 60k from the Cosmic Crucible, not including the gwenpool points, because I'm not assuming that you're buying her. That means from this point on, you need to open 4 gold orbs to get the 10 FIRESTAR shards, 12 gold orbs to get the 5 red dagger, 20 gold orbs to get the 10 Kang shards, and then 100 gold orbs if you want to clear the entire milestone. This is probably not going to happen. I just want to raise reasonable expectations for the rest of it while we're here. The next event, Family Hero. I do want to talk about that as well. So this is the Mother's Day event, which I think also contains a leaderboard, in fact. There is 2 ways that you're going to be able to do this. You're going to get points from spending campaign energy and earning alliance credits. That's the alliance donation boxes. I've talked about that before in previous videos. What are you going to get out of this event? Well, you can see some of the shards here. There's some women characters in here. Crystal, Jessica Jones, Scarlet Witch, Spider-Woman, and then what's really important is actually down here is the 30 Captain Carter and the 30 Moonstone. And yet, once again, we're getting a 5 red Mighty Thor, and I don't really know why. This has to be at least the second or third time we've had a 5 red Mighty Thor in a event. There's also 10 Nakia. I kind of missed that out there as well. So the 30 Captain Carter and the 30 Moonstone are going to be the most important stuff in this. Let's go over the math for that. So Family Hero, again, starting on the same day. This is meant to be the Mother's Day event, well over the weekend of Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day for everyone else. Campaign Energy and Alliance credits, you need 70,000 points, 4 points per campaign energy, 4 points per alliance credits. Now, I've kind of gone over this before. I'll do it really quickly here. But talking about alliance credits that you can actually get and save, just like I did. Like if you wait to open your tab, you can actually collect these on the day of the event, but from the previous day. So you can actually get an extra day's worth of alliance credits. So you're going to want to make sure that you get to the final box here. This final box, you're going to need to spend 50 cores. You're going to need to have at least 12 of your alliance members spending 50 cores in order to get there, or 6 people spending and donating 100 cores, but we'll talk about that in the actual math here. So the campaign energy, I don't know if I really need to keep going over this. I use the same values because this is your daily campaign energy. You get 288 free to play just on your time-based energy. You get 240 from your free refreshes. You get up to 480 from your up to 4 core refreshes at 120 each. 100 for your web milestone, and then that's about 1,108 over the course of the day. Multiply that by 4, you get 4,432. Multiply that by 6, because it's a 6-day event, and you get 26,600, rounding up. So how do you get the rest of the points? Well, let's see. So the alliance credits are down here, and like I said, it's a 6-day event, but you can actually get a 7th day of alliance credits pretty easily by just waiting until you open up that tab like I just showed you, so that you can claim those after the event goes live. And so you get 400 alliance credits from the first easy boxes of 4. There's a 5th box that gives you another 100 points, 150 for the daily objective just for donating, and then some extra points depending on how much you actually donate as well. And so you get like a broad total of about 560 to 710, but for the purposes of this, we'll be taking 710, multiply it by 4 because that's the amount of points, and then multiply that by 7 because of 7-day totals, and you get about 20k. So that brings us to a reasonable total of 46,472 by doing the above. That gets you to about milestone 27, and that does include the 30 Captain Carter shards and the 30 Moonstone shards. So that's pretty good. Now, in terms of what that actually gets you and what you're missing out on, like I said, you'll get to about milestone 27 here as well, which might get you the 250k gold, but you're not that's not the 250. This one here, which is the Moonstone milestone. My eyes got crossed a bit. But 28, 29, and 30, you are not going to get. That includes the gold extra here and some of this stuff here in the Armory 17 orbs. So that's what you're missing out on, but it's not a big deal. You're still picking up these shards of the characters that are quite useful. So that is good there. And that's, sorry, my bad. These tables will be available on my Discord channel, of course, in the Boilon's Resources channel, probably about 6 to 8 hours after the video goes live. But we have Family Heroes, we have Galactic Goliaths, we have Light the Crucible. They're not super difficult, I don't think. I think they're fairly reasonable. But of course, how far you want to go is entirely up to you, based on the information that I provided here. And I hope that some of this helps you guys to max out at least getting to the event item and at least getting the character shards that are important for this event. That's going to be the end of the video, everyone, and enjoy the rest of the week. We got the blog post tomorrow on Friday. We do have also some stuff over the weekend too coming forward. So that's the end of this video. And until next time, everybody, stay safe and healthy, and I'll see you all later. Boilon signing out.